Morning guys. I've had a few people ask me about the Torrevieja Services. How's it going? I didn't do an update this week. A, because we've been a little bit busy, but B, not a lot's changed at the minute. The Torrevieja Services has brought in a few jobs. We've had a few air conditioning units to sort out. We've managed to fix most of them, to be honest. Quite simply, the problems that we're getting with the aircon, I know a lot of people would have just said, "Oh, get a new one." But a prime example of one of the ones that was an easy fix was a block condensate. Basically, there was water coming out of it, and all it was is the overflow pipe was blocked. If you know how an air conditioning works, it sort of chills some pipes, and then the condensation forms on the pipes, which is your cooling, and then the excess drops down a little drain, but that sometimes becomes blocked. So that was an easy fix on a couple of places. Another one that wasn't as easy fix, but for a long term, was there's an air conditioning unit where basically the electronics are knackered. But I showed them how to reset it, because basically what they've got is the indoor and outdoor unit aren't communicating properly. So what happens is the outdoor unit sort of isnisn't used because the indoor unit can't communicate properly with it. I know it all sounds boring, but got to go in through rebooting the thing. And they're asking, "Oh, can you change the electronics?" And I said, "Well, you know, the unit's 2004. It's already getting past its sell-by date anyway. Ideally, I'd recommend just changing the unit." But I know they're only on holiday for another week, so I said, "Look, just reboot it. It's your parents' place. If it goes off, just switch it off, switch it on, reset it till it comes on. But I recommend leaving it on if it is on. Just ask your parents about replacing the unit, and we can set that up before you come back next time. So as soon as they're there, we can gear up to put a new one straight in, because it might take a day to sort it out." And then we've had some plumbing repairs as well. A couple of issues around toilet cisterns and the flow valves. Nothing complicated, nothing exciting, and a little bit of painting and decorating. Got some electric fans to fit as well. So it's all been little jobs, nothing major, but at the same time it's been interesting to go out and meet people as well. So it is sort of growing, and will take a bit of time. But one of the things I will say is we don't just do the smaller stuff. I mean, we can install a swimming pool, for example, or build an extension. We have people that work with us that will do the bigger stuff. The smaller stuff I'll do myself the majority of the time, simply because I know a lot of people are very keen to swap things out, but I'll actually repair things if I can. The reason being is I don't see the point of swapping, say, an air conditioning unit that's got another 5 years in it simply because somebody doesn't want to actually diagnose what's actually wrong with it and fix what's wrong with it, when it could be a simple 10-minute fix. But I do see a lot of people actually wanting to sell the bigger sale, which is like, get rid of that, have a new one. Because obviously it's bigger money, and hassle-wise, it's probably not going to be much more than actually doing a small repair. A medium-sized repair, which is why I said with like the electronics, because of the age of the unit and getting the boards and everything else, when you start getting to that sort of level, then I'd recommend it just changing it with a new unit. But if it's a case of like with the condensate, just fix the condensate and that's it, it's up and running again. But when you start getting down to parts, you've got to weigh up whether it's worth actually putting a new one in, because by the time you start adding the labour and stuff, it may be worth looking at. But yeah, we're getting there. It's a bit slow. Been looking at some work online as well, and that's progressive. I've had a couple of bits of interest on there. I've looked at some of the stuff from the UK side as well, which is a bit slower. But I think everybody's still in holiday mode, to be honest. The Matta's crazy busy this morning. It's all congested in the town with deliveries. That's one of the things I will say. August is the worst month to come on holiday in Spain, in La Mata anyway. Well, probably most of the coast. There's a lot of government office shutdowns, and many places simply just ain't operating, so everybody's on the coast. There's a couple of guys I've been talking to relating to other businesses as well, around solar and other things, and they're the same. Oh, we'll speak to you in September, because don't come from the side like that, because they're also taking the month off like everybody else, because obviously most of your customers ain't going to be in work. There ain't a lot of point you being in work, and you might as well take the same time off if you can. Hopefully he's going to wait for me. Got a parking space outside. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. I know it's not that much of an exciting update, but I just wanted to let people know that things are progressing, although a bit slow, and take it easy.